Okay, welcome to room number 2, Universal Show. As I keep telling you guys, week after week, Saturday mornings is definitely an element of surprise. And you know what? Listen, I'm going to make this guy introduce himself this morning because it's only right that he comes to the big show on a Saturday morning. So, you know, he's destined to do big things. And I wanted to get him in before it goes pear-shaped. You know, one of them situations where, like, you know, 1,000 females running after this guy down Oxford Street. I didn't want to be in that kind of situation. So I wanted to grab him before. Introduce yourself, please, this morning.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Jermain Jackman, and I'm on Team Will on The Voice.
How you doing, sir? Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me on your show. It's a wonderful privilege and honor to be here. I'm having so much fun. Just meeting you and everyone backstage. It's amazing.
That's all good. It's all good. It's a pleasure to have you here, man. You know, out of your busy schedule, it's nice for you to come here, man.
I don't have no busy schedule.
No, Jermaine, you're not supposed to say that. You're not supposed to say that. You're busy. You're busy.
Yeah, I'm busy.
You're busy. Okay, so first and foremost, now I know there's millions of people that have been watching the program week in, week out, but we're just going to get back into a little bit about yourself and about how you got into singing and all that good stuff before we lead up to The Voice, yeah? So
Okay, cool.
So first and foremost, Jermaine, tell us how it all started for you. When did you think to yourself, you know what, I wanted to get into music?
So I've been singing all my life, and I just wanted to do more with it. I was in secondary school in year 7, and I entered this thing called I Am Idol. I went to Islington Arts and Media School, which is just up by Fringy Park. And I was the youngest contestant, and I sung And I'm Telling You by Jennifer Hudson. And I won it. And from then on, people were telling me, you know, you need to do something with your voice, you need to do something with your voice. I sang in church. And it just started from there. And I started performing for birthday parties and charity events and corporate events. And the more performances I did, the more experience I gained, the more confidence I gained, and the bigger the shows.
Yeah. What was the first song that you ever sung like in front of people? Can you remember the first thing that you sung? I know you're talking about the Jennifer Hudson track,
Yeah.
but what was the track that you say, right, this is the one that I'm going to start performing in front of people?
Growing up, I was a huge R. Kelly fan, massive R. Kelly fan. So I think the first song I ever sung was I Believe I Can Fly. I was probably, I don't know, a child at the time where it came out. Or I don't even think I was born at the time where it came out. Let me not embarrass people. But you know, I just love singing that song, and because of the power behind it. But I just love singing powerful songs, moving songs, and songs that really that can change people's lives and uplift people.
Now I remember I went to this comedy show last year at Hackney Empire. That was actually the first time that I saw you on the stage, and I said, oh my goodness. And the thing is, the most amazing thing for me was when they said your age, because, oh, you know, 18, 19?
I just turned 19. Yeah.
Right, there you go. So you was 18 at the time. And I remember, like, the guys that I was with that night, they're going, there's no way you can be 18. Not with that voice, because your voice sounds like a really throwback 80s, 90s, you know, those strong R&B vocals from back in the days.
Growing up, I listened to a lot of Luther Vandross. Luther Vandross, I think, in my opinion, I think he's the best male singer. His voice did it for me, and I just listened to Aretha Franklin, Patti LaBelle, Sam Cooke, Otis Redding, a lot of the old song when music was real. When music really moved people and touched people's souls, and not like what the music that we have today where it's all dance music, the music that where it can really describe what love you're really feeling for your girl or vice versa, and that's the music that I used to listen to, and I was soaked up in that music because my mum and my dad used to play that music all the time, and I was just surrounded by all of that. Right. And I've just shaped my voice not to sound like that, but I made my uniqueness, and I almost bringing it back.
Yeah, crazy. If you just locked on, it is Saturday morning. We've got Jermain Jackman in the building. I'm telling you, one of the contenders on The Voice who's destined to win, but I'm just saying, I'm just putting it out there. So he's here just to talk about a few things. So forwarding on now, what was the channel that you made to start things working for The Voice? How did that, who put you onto that? What was the idea?
So, as I said, I performed for corporate performances, and I performed for RBS, the Royal Bank of Scotland. They had a big corporate event happening at their headquarters, and I performed for that. And a couple of people saw me there, and one of the people there was Brenda Manners, who is the BBC correspondent for entertainment, the entertainment correspondent for the BBC, for BBC News. she wanted me to sing at her birthday party. I sung at her birthday party, and Kanye King was there, who is the lady who created the Mobile Awards. And she said, "Oh my goodness, your voice is amazing. Let me put you forward for The Voice." So I was like, "All right, then, cool." But obviously, a young black male growing up in Hackney, you get told all these things, and nothing ever materializes. So I'm just thinking, yeah, this is another huge influential person just here to promise me things, and it's not really gonna come to fruition. But it did, and she kept her word, and she made the right connections, and I connected with The Voice people, and they put me in. I got to skip a couple of the public rounds. I went straight for the producers and auditioned, then I got the callbacks, and then I got into the show, and it was just phenomenal. I was so nervous auditioning. It was a point where the nerves was so much I wasn't even having fun anymore. I just wanted to get off stage and just get it over and done with. But you know, the feedback and the comments I've heard from will.i.am and Tom Jones, it's just been out of this world. People would die to be in that position, and I'm just so
Who
privileged.
was you more nervous about turning their chair around out of the four judges?
I was just nervous for anyone to turn their chair around, because
Right.
They're all at that caliber where they're at this. They've sold millions of records worldwide. They're huge. They're hugely influential on the music that we listen to today, and the work that and the people who they've worked with is just out of this world. And I just respect each and every coach that's on that team. And if any of them turned around, when will.i.am turned around, the nerves just shot back up.
Yeah.
If Ricky Wilson turned around, and the nerves would have shot back up. It's just the respect that I have for all of those coaches.
What's Kylie Minogue like? Is she as little as she seems to be?
Kylie Minogue is tiny.
She looks tiny.
I didn't realize.
And she got a big bottom though, because you know they keep saying she's got a big bottom.
You know, I can't even talk up the
No. Tell us what. I know you've seen Kylie's bottom up front, close and personal. Yeah.
I can't talk up the thing, you know. I can't talk up.
Oh, you can't say. You can't say.
I'm on contract.
You're on contract. All right.
You know the newspapers love to.
Hey, Kylie, you get where today? You know, you get.
But no. Kylie is very nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
She comes backstage and chills with us and chills with the contestants and says, "Oh, you look really nice. Oh, what song you singing today?" And really down to earth. Same with will.i.am, Tom Jones, Ricky. They were all amazing, and just to be in their presence is a blessing.
Oh, you had the crazy sing off the other week. Oh my goodness, what was that experience like when you had the sing off? What was the lady's name again? What's her name?
Sarah.
Yeah.
You know, I have so much respect for Sarah. Sarah's voice is. I've never heard a girl sing like Sarah before, and she's just phenomenal. And to be up against her, I didn't see it as a battle. I saw it as a duet. I saw it as a performance, a collaboration, and us working together to bless those who are hearing the performance. And it was just so magical performing with her. But unfortunately, someone had to go home, and she didn't get stolen. And I got through to the knockouts, which you would see tomorrow on Sunday, 7:45 on BBC One.
So that's coming on tomorrow. Plug it, Jermaine. Let them know what time it is. Plug it.
The Voice UK. Yeah, but it was just amazing. It was just amazing for will.i.am to say, you know what, he thinks it's meant to be, because we met 2 years ago at the Hackney Weekender when I was doing backing vocals for Leona Lewis, and his dressing room was opposite Leona's, and I happened to walk at the same time he did and bumped into it. It's the way things just happen. Everything happens for a reason, and I believe I'm in this competition for a reason. Whether I win or not, everything happens for a reason. I believe that things will fall into place after the competition, and I'm just so humbled and grateful for the support and the network that I have around me, of family and friends, and the support that all the communities, not just the black, not just the white, but all the communities have given me, and it's deeply humbling.
No, bruv, you got our backing this morning. Trust me, Jermaine. You know you got our backing, man. It's not a problem. So listen, for some of the listeners that are not too sure about other things that you're involved in, I'm going to let you tell them this morning. Tell us your other pursuits, because there are other things that you're involved in that is, you know, a
Definitely.
different side to Jermaine. So tell us about that this morning.
Well, as well as music, I'm very into politics, very into youth empowerment, youth motivation, and encouraging young people to achieve their goals and to achieve their dreams, and to understand how the importance of voting and rights and responsibilities and their role in politics, and how we can make a stand and have our voices heard. And you know, with young people have been affected and are the most underrepresented group on the electoral register, and I think that young people need to stand up and have their voices heard. With tuition fees being trebled, with EMA being cut, with youth clubs worldwide, nationwide being shut down, and these young people don't have anywhere to go, anything to do. The opportunities, especially for the young black people, young black men, the opportunities that we have are very slim. And that's when, growing up, I used to create my own opportunities. I used to put on concerts, invite industry people down, and invite young singers, and those people will start to connect, and great things will start to build from that. I used to get young people into studios recording, and it's all from those opportunities. And now I'm stepping it up. I've joined the Labour Party. I was in the Hackney Youth Parliament representing Stoke Newington and Hackney, East London, and then I said that I wanted to do much more. So I joined the Labour Party, and now I'm the youth coordinator for the Labour Party for Hackney.
No, Jermain. Listen, I respect your modesty and the way you're humble, but the people need to understand what you just said. You know, can you just say that again? Because it's Saturday morning, and people. What did he just say? What did he? They might not grasp it. They might not grasp it. Just tell them again what you just said, because I think that's applaudable that you've just said that. Say that again, please, bro.
So I started off. I was elected into the Hackney Youth Parliament to represent Stoke Newington, and then I wanted to do much more. I wanted to engage a wider array of young people into politics. So I joined the Labour Party, and I was elected youth coordinator for the Labour Party for Hackney. And now since the show, I've met Ed Miliband, George Osborne. I'm doing work with Ed Miliband in how we can engage more young people into politics, and who knows what the future might hold. People have bid. Tom Jones called me the singing politician. People might think I might be the first singing black prime minister. You know, I'm just saying these high aspirations because I want to make sure that young people know that these dreams and these goals are achievable and these are possible. Just from going on to The Voice, people might not think. I remember people talking down to me and saying, "Oh yeah, Jermain, you won't be able to get anywhere." But I'm proving those people wrong. Yeah. I'm achieving my goals and my dreams, and I want to do world tours and inspire the young people and inspire people as a whole, and motivate them and let them know that these things are possible.
So how do you feel about one of the things that came up a couple of months ago? They want to introduce a legislation about extending the time that kids go to school. So i.e. finishing school at 6 o'clock. How do you feel about that they're trying to enforce?
You know, Michael Gove, who's the educational minister, he is a very intelligent man, but he's going about it the wrong way. I think that making education like it was in the 50s is the wrong thing, because obviously back then everything was in the Industrial Revolution, and everyone was just educating themselves to work. And we don't want to educate workers. We want to educate entrepreneurs. We want to educate managers. We want to educate doctors, lawyers. We want to educate those people who have the top jobs. And I think that making days longer is terrible. Cutting school holidays is terrible. Changing the type of lessons that we learn is terrible, because already we know we don't get much Black history in our history lessons, only once a month, which is wrong. It should be throughout the year. And I think that we need to it's not always about extending time and so there's more pressure on teachers and things. It's about investing in our young people, making sure, and investing in education, making sure that they are properly qualified to be the best in the world.
Yeah, true. I hear that. Another thing that I wanted to ask you about, this is another thing as well, what came up recently. So what they're going to start doing, I don't know if they've enforced it yet, but parents, if you take your kids out of school when it's not the holiday season, parents, they're saying, may incur a fine. And I know there are some schools around the UK where they're already doing that as well. What do you feel about that?
You know what, that policy does have its pros and cons. I'm talking very diplomatic here. I can't really say. But you know, it has its pros and cons. Yeah. I think that it can leeway for a reason. I remember reading a story where the mum was getting married, and the boy had to come out of school to be the mum's, to participate in the wedding, basically. Yeah. And then the mum had a fine because she took the son out of that thing. So for different reasons, they can be a leeway. And I think that for the marriage, that case there, the mum shouldn't have got fined. And so there's different cases where we can negotiate and say, all right, then cool, you can take your son out, but we need to stress the importance of keeping a child in education and making sure that they're educated and making sure that they soak up as much time as possible in the classroom, so they are prepared for the exams, they're prepared for the future ahead.
Love it, love it. I'll tell you what, it's been a pleasure talking to him this morning, Jermaine, nah, seriously.
You know what,
so enlightening. How are you feeling the vibes this morning?
I'm loving the vibe. Loving the
nice?
vibe. You know what? I love doing radio interviews, love doing TV, and I'm learning so much, learning a lot, just not only from the voice, but from what people are saying and the constructive criticism that I'm receiving is just immense, and it's really shaping me for the future.
So you said constructive criticism. What have you heard that's constructive about criticism where you're concerned then? What have you heard that's not been on the good side then? What have you heard?
You know what? I tend to block out all that negativity. When people say, you know what, Jermaine, you shouldn't have done that, you shouldn't have done that, who do you think you are? I block it out because once you're thinking about negativity, that negative vibe builds up inside you and actually breaks you down. So I really focus on the positivity, and I really surround myself with positive people and constructive people and people who have big dreams and bright futures. But the constructive criticism, Tom Jones has said, he's like, you know, you just got to stay focused. Will.i.am is said to me, you know what, you got to have plan A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, all the way to K, L, M, N, O, P to Z. And it's important to have that foundation, to have that academic foundation, just to fall back on. Not saying that you won't achieve your dream, but it's always important, just in case, because you might be the best singer, but you might not be good at maths or English.
Yeah, true.
So it's always important just to have that there. But you know, everything's just been great because people would pay and kill to be in the position like I am, and I'm just so grateful.
No, most definitely, man. Enjoy that moment, man. Enjoy that moment. So, what are you listening to at the moment outside of getting the time to do the voice? What are you listening to? What are you feeling at the moment? What music are you feeling?
You know what? I still listen to the old type of music. You know, I know it kind of drags, but I listen to it. I'm a huge Luther fan, so I always got to play my Luther songs. But I am feeling Miguel and a couple of UK singers as well. But what I've noticed, there's not many black men singers, not many black male singers or British black male singers.
Well, there isn't. No, there isn't.
Not
new ones anyway.
Not
new ones anyway. No.
So hopefully I want to be the beacon for that and break that mold and see what I can bring forward. But you know, I'm just loving what I'm hearing from everyone. All the unsigned artists as well that I'm hearing is just so much talent that's just coming up, and it's so refreshing and it's so good to hear, and it's so nice to see so many positive young people.
No, I'm feeling that, man. Do you know what though? It's the Universal show. It's Saturday morning. So what are you gonna do, Jermaine? Then you're gonna give us a little exclusive. We're gonna. I know it's Saturday morning. Now, come on now, come on. It's Saturday morning.
I didn't even have my ginger tea yet.
Do you know what? Can I just do a big up to Sharon though for bringing you down this morning?
Of course.
No. You know I got enough love for Sharon.
Of course.
Do you know what I mean? And she's got this magic snake that she walks around with all the time. So I got enough love for her, man. You see that look she gave me?
Don't blame me out.
No, man, I got enough love for her, man. So big up Sharon, seriously. But yeah, what do you want to do, man? You want to do look? He's getting the bottle of water this morning. This is fresh. This is World FM 90.4, the Universal show. We have got Jermain Jackman in the building, and tomorrow evening, 7:45.
Yep,
7:45, BBC One. Check him out.
Just to be sure, lock on at 7 o'clock. In case I'm wrong, just lock on at 7 o'clock. Make sure you got your things recorded if you can't make it. But I love the support. The support from everyone has just been so great, so greatly received. So I would just love some more support and see where we can go forth. Fingers crossed we get through the knockouts and we get through to the live shows. And if we hit the live shows, then boom, that means voting and everyone's got to go pick up their phones and call that number.
Okay. So yeah, it's on you. You just do a little something, quick something, you know what I mean? This is exclusive. It's Saturday morning. Woe FM, Jermain Jackman in the building. All right, let's go.
Why should I feel discouraged? And why should the shadows come? Why should my heart feel lonely and long for heaven and home? When Jesus is my portion, a constant friend is he. his eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. You wanna kill me? You wanna kill me this morning? You wanna kill me?
Jeez. And you know, all the girls them this morning, they're taking off their dressing gowns this morning, you know. They just take everything come off this morning, you know.
I'm trying to go for
Yeah,
that vibe.
jeez. That might, you know what? I think I might have to turn into a singer, you know. Because the DJ and things not working, you know.
Singing is the way forward.
Nah, man, I need to sing, man.
I've had a load of guys come up to me and say, you know what, Jermain, you got to teach me how to sing, you know. You got to teach me how to sing.
I need to know how to sing. Because I don't need to chart up no girls after that. You just sing.
You got to hit them with that low note.
Yeah, you just sing. Crazy.
God.
Listen, it's been a pleasure having you here,
you
man.
so much for having me
I
on
wish
the
you
show.
all the success with The Voice. And do you know what I mean? And when you win, you need to come back to the show, man.
Of
I
course.
know it's going to be busy around that time, but it'd be nice to get you back on
I've
here,
always
man.
got time for you, Special K.
No, man, it's a pleasure, man.
Thank you
Bless,
so much.
bless,
Thank you
bless,
so much for
bless.
having me on the show.
I'll tell you what, we're going to get back to some tunes this morning. And then, yeah.
Can I request a song?
Were you on a request a song this morning?
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's room number 2, says hip hop at the moment.
Oh, shame.
Yeah,
Alright,
so.
let me keep my mouth shut.
No.
Alright.
Go on.
Yeah.
What hip hop tune you feeling?
What pop tune? No, I want to request like a Luther song.
You want a Luther song this morning?
Can I request Never Too Much?
All right, let me look. I have to look in my pouch. Let me just find a tune first to play, and then I'll
right.
get the Luther. No, I'll get the Luther on for you.
All right,
I'll get
then.
the Luther on. Never Too Much.
Cool.
One of my all-time favorite classics.
That's my favorite song.
The verses are amazing. The
I
verses are
can't
amazing.
fool myself.
Anyway, let's go. Room number 2, WOW FM 90.4.